Well, good morning. I'm Daniel Dalp, and this is For Your Sunday Morning Drive, the short podcast designed to help put you in a Colossians 3:2 mindset and prepare your mind for worship on those hectic Sunday mornings. We are brought to you in partnership with the Ministry League network of podcasts. You can find the link to their YouTube channel in the show notes of today's episode, and there you can find over 50 great quality podcasts to help your spiritual growth. I do appreciate you making us a part of your Sunday morning routine or tuning in whenever you get the chance. And if you are enjoying the podcast, please take some time and share us with a friend and give us a rating and review. I'm looking forward to today's episode. I hope you enjoy it. I will include a link to the story that inspired it, and those can be found in the show notes of today's episode. This is episode 27, This World Is Not My Home. Let's go to church.
Are we there yet?
At the time of this recording, there are two astronauts that are just stuck in space. Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore were supposed to just be on an 8-day mission to the International Space Station in June of this year. However, due to issues with the Boeing Starliner, they now must wait more than 8 months for a SpaceX capsule to bring them home next year. Can you imagine that? They'll miss the holidays with their families. They'll be stranded in the International Space Station for nearly a year. How would you take that? An 8-day mission turned into a year-long, essentially an entrapment, alone in space. What's really interesting is that according to Williams, who is one of the first test pilots for the Starliner, quote, "That's just how things go in this business." She also didn't seem tremendously upset and said, "This is my happy place. I just love being in space." What a response. Think about that. All the life they are missing out on with family and friends, all the dangers of space, and they're not just making the best of it, but they seem to almost be jovial. If not a little conflicted. What great resilience. What a fantastic attitude. It reminds me very much of a song that we sometimes sing. This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. And of Paul in Philippians chapter 1, 21 through 24. Paul says, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. But if I am to live on in the flesh, this will mean fruitful labor for me, and I don't know which to choose. But I am hard-pressed from both directions, having the desire to depart and be with Christ, for that is very much better, yet to remain on in the flesh is more necessary for your sake." Paul is essentially saying here, look, I want to go home to my heavenly home, but I have work to do here for the kingdom. You see, Paul wanted to depart and be with Christ. He even says that that is the better outcome, but the work was necessary for the church's sake. What if we could stir up that mindset in one another? Because we're all in the same boat. We are, in a way, stranded, kept away from our eternal destination. But we must choose to be hopeful, choose to be patient, and choose to be busy for the Master. And don't you worry, we'll get there, because the struggles in this life, well, just like that astronaut, that's just how things go in this business. And to be with the church, laboring in the Master's field, well, that's our happy place. Plan to stick around, plan to be busy, but look forward to a time where Jesus comes to take us home. Well, those are my thoughts for your Sunday morning drive. Now it's time to hear yours. Our discussion questions for today are, what are we looking forward to most about heaven? And how are we striving to live as best we can for the Lord until we get there?